There was a lot of chatter yesterday about Bronny playing in the game against Philly. And I guess when it happened, I mean, don't get me wrong, when it happened, I was like, why is Bronny checking in? Second of a back-to-back. Gabe Vincent's out. Vando's out. Anthony Davis is out of the game. JJ Redick tried kind of justifying it of, well, we're trying to just see if we can get some energy, whatever the case is. LeBron had a quote. Let me read the quote LeBron had here real quick. I had grabbed it. Let me see the quote that he had here. Obviously, it's his first extensive minutes with us. We had that first game where it was just a moment, and that was a great moment. But tonight was his first opportunity to be with the big guys, be with the big club, and he's going to continue to use that to get better and better. So there was a lot of chatter yesterday. First Take, some of these other, obviously kind of national shows that was running with the Bronny storyline. And this kind of tells you sometimes I don't personally have a pulse for things like this. I think it didn't shoot into my head. Oh, I gotta get in on Wednesday morning, and the first thing I'm gonna talk about is Bronny James. Maybe I'm not. Maybe from a topical perspective, it's not a big story to me. But I kind of, after seeing a lot of the reaction yesterday, I did kind of think a little bit more about. All right, let's kind of play this out here for a quick second. Bronny is getting minutes in a real game. And he's not being asked to come in for the final 2-3 minutes of a blowout and the game is over, like the game against the Boston Celtics or some other matchups where the Lakers, maybe we're getting blown out, we're about to lose, and then they check Bronny in. The crowd is chanting Bronny. Okay, no harm done. Got 4 minutes in the first quarter. Got 15 minutes total, but 4 minutes in the first quarter. You guys know Bronny's stats this year? Not fair, but let me just tell you his stats. He's averaging 0.3 points a game, 0.4 rebounds a game, 0.3 assists a game. His total shooting percentage, it's almost kind of unfair to look at the percentage, but I'm trying to see if I could just find total shot attempts that he's taken. I don't think I could see that off the top here, so I'll just kind of leave it alone. It's 6.3% from the field. There is zero justification to play Bronny James in a real game in real minutes. Zero. None. There's no conversation. I don't want to read a quote from LeBron. I don't want to read a quote from JJ Redick. I don't want to read a reason why you would justify throwing Bronny in the mix. You guys remember on Monday I was doing the show, and I mentioned Bronny. I was reading a quote right after the G League game, and I was giving the man credit. I'm like, the guy dropped 31 in a G League game. That's impressive. I like that. Good for him. Shot well from the field. Had, I think, 12, 15 points, something like that in the fourth quarter. South Bay held on for the win, whatever the case is. We all know where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be down at the South Bay. We all know he's supposed to be developing. We all know that if he is going to get any minutes, any justification, it's going to come late at the game where the game doesn't matter. There is zero justification, especially for a team that's actually trying to win. And I'm not telling you that because you played Bronny for 15 minutes and 4 minutes in the first quarter. That's why they lost to the Philadelphia 76ers. What I'm telling you is no one can justify to me him playing real minutes. None. It actually, you know what? The worst thing that it does, it just puts him in a bad spot. It puts him in a shitty position. Because, I mean, listen, the guy's going to say the right things. I think anytime that I've seen him in an interview, you see his body language and everything. There's nothing about Bronny that I don't want to see. I'm like, you know what? I hope this guy can have some success. I hope that when LeBron retires, that this guy can still be on a team, preferably not the Lakers, so he can actually go develop somewhere else and the attention can be on basketball, and let's see where this guy could go. And I don't have any expectations for him. There's nothing I've seen where I'm like, yeah, that's a real NBA rotational player. Maybe in 2, 3, 4 years, that's different. He's super young and obviously trying to figure out the league. But in the end of January, where every game matters, Why would he get rotational minutes? Again, probably a conversation we should have had yesterday. I didn't have it. Listened to all the aftermath yesterday of what people were saying. And it was actually on First Take where they mentioned his stats, and Stephen A kind of went on a rant. And I'm like, okay, I actually was not aware, nor have I ever paid attention to his stats. Why would I pay? It's irrelevant to me because I'm just assuming the guy's not going to get real playing time. He got real playing time against Philly. And the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, yeah, that's you're putting him at a disadvantage. More than anything else, I think you're hurting Bronny James in that regards of wanting to see what his career could potentially look like. The man should be in the G League, period. And then if you want him to get some NBA minutes, make sure he's getting NBA minutes when the game doesn't matter. All right, we'll keep going here. I want to get into this Adam Silver stuff, but at least you guys kind of saw, at least you guys kind of, got obviously my thoughts on that position real quick. Let the man develop in the G League. Doesn't have to be up with the big boys, and again, this is not a team. This isn't the Wizards. It's not the Utah Jazz. It's not the Blazers. It's not a team out there that's basically saying, hey, the more we lose, the better, because we don't care. We're just looking at draft capital. I got a quick question for NBA fans out there. And then I'll get back to some of these comments. Slee, we all know why Bronny got minutes, so let's not pretend. No, I know why he got minutes. There's just no justification for it. It's a bad look for everybody. It's a bad look for Bronny. It hurts Bronny the most. I'm telling you, that's who it hurts the most. Because when those crowds are chanting Bronny to come in, there's no this isn't this like high level prospect that everybody's excited to see. It's just for show. I don't want to. Does Bronny, you think, want to be associated with that? I don't think so. Okay, so there was an article that came out. I guess Adam Silver. If you guys got more comments, I'll get into it as we get to the end of the show here, or after I get through a couple more of these topics. All right, if you enjoyed this clip and you want more, just subscribe to the channel. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is the Sliwa Show. And then after every Lakers game, post-game show right here.